In one thing we can be certain. Love is unpredictable and often arrives when we least anticipate it. And indeed, the unforgettable 1987 classic, Dirty Dancing, whisked fans away on a 3-week escapade they'll forever cherish. With a dynamic ensemble of youthful stars brimming with chemistry, this movie captivates and surprises at every turn. The dance sequences, the blossoming romance, the music. It's all irresistible. Let's journey back to Kellerman's resort and explore what adventures awaited the cast of Dirty Dancing after that enchanting summer drew to a close. Cynthia Rhodes as Penny Johnson. Penny, the dance instructor, was central to one of the more poignant storylines, delving into darker territory with a troubled abortion. Fortunately, Baby's father, a doctor, came to the rescue. Cynthia Rhodes infused her roles with her own dance expertise, whether captivating audiences as Tina Tech in Flashdance, 1983, or starring in the ill-fated dance sequel, Staying Alive, directed by Saturday Night Fever's flop. She briefly set aside her dancing shoes for Michael Crichton's Runaway, alongside Tom Selleck and Kiss's Gene Simmons. However, she returned to dance for Dirty Dancing before her final screen appearance in 1991, co-starring with Jameson Parker in Curse of the Crystal Eye. Rhodes also made appearances as a dancer in several music videos, including Toto's Rosanna, the Bee Gees' The Woman in You, and Richard Marx's Don't Mean Nothing. She toured as a dancer with the glam rock band The Tubes during the early 1980s. Later, Rhodes joined the pop group Animotion, stepping in as lead vocalist after Astrid Plain's departure for their third album. Rhodes crossed paths with singer-songwriter Richard Marx in 1983 during work on the Staying Alive soundtrack. Despite their 7-year age gap, a courtship ensued, leading to their marriage in 1987 and eventual separation in 2014. They share 3 children. Presently, Cynthia, now 67, resides in Chicago, relishing the joys of motherhood. Patrick Swayze as Johnny Castle. On top of remarkable choreography, Dirty Dancing also delved into issues of classism. Take Johnny Castle, for example. A genuinely good person, yet often treated as insignificant by his employers and some guests. Fans empathized deeply with this character, and it was heartening when Baby helped him recognize his own value. Patrick Swayze truly excelled in all aspects. In fact, Swayze not only portrayed the character, but also composed and performed the song She's Like the Wind for the film, a true triple threat. The role came naturally to Swayze, whose mother had been a dance choreographer. Growing up, he gravitated towards artistic sports like ballet and figure skating. Imagine if that mountain lake had ever frozen over. We might have witnessed Dirty Dancing on ice. Swayze's career kick-started on Broadway, stepping into the shoes of Danny Zuko in Grease as a replacement cast member. In 1979, he landed his inaugural film role in the roller disco comedy Skate Town, USA. However, Swayze made his mark by portraying an outsider in the 1983 drama of the same name, amidst a landscape of young heartthrobs. 1990 proved to be a monumental year for Patrick. He not only hosted Saturday Night Live, but also became the second-best dancer in the Chippendales act, alongside Chris Farley's Moves. Additionally, he portrayed the titular spirit in the 1990 film Ghost, sparking a surge in pottery as a hobby. From his iconic roles as the tight-jeaned bad boy in Roadhouse, 1989, to the tubular bank robber in Point Break, 1991, few stars rival the depth of Swayze's performances. Tragically, while filming the series The Beast in 2009, Swayze fell ill. Despite his pancreatic cancer diagnosis, he remained resilient. However, between chemotherapy and pneumonia, Swayze passed away surrounded by his loved ones in 2009. He was just 57. An extraordinary talent, taken from us too soon. Jack Weston as Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman was the type of manager you wouldn't want to work for. He enjoyed belittling his employees and maintained an exclusive atmosphere in his establishment. If you observe closely, you'll notice Kellerman placing a sign that read, "Employee area, no visitors allowed," on a dumpster for his staff. Jack Weston skillfully portrayed this unpleasant boss with his extensive acting prowess. He had versatility, excelling in comedic roles such as Please Don't Eat the Daisies and The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Beyond comedy, Weston could also portray characters with a touch of sleaze, like the schemer in Wait Until Dark, starring alongside Alan Arkin and Audrey Hepburn. Over a span of 35 years, Weston amassed an impressive repertoire, from his appearance in the 1968 film Thomas Crown Affair to his final role in 1988's Short Circuit 2. Weston became involved with the American Theater Wing in New York under the guidance of Lee Strasberg. Although he didn't achieve significant professional success initially, he returned to Cleveland, where he met Marge Redmond, another local actress. The two relocated to New York and married in 1950. Redmond gained recognition for her role in the ABC sitcom The Flying Nun. They occasionally performed together, as seen in a 1963 episode of The Twilight Zone titled The Bard. Redmond and Weston ended their marriage in the 1980s and did not have any children. Unfortunately, Jack passed away from lymphatic cancer in 1996 at the age of 71. Jerry Orbach as Jake Houseman. Baby had lofty aspirations and a compassionate spirit. While Dad preferred simplicity and orderliness for his daughter, he aimed to impart good morals, although he often failed to practice them himself, struggling to overlook Johnny's perceived social status. It's quite paradoxical how vehemently Baby's father opposed her dancing with Johnny, considering Jerry Orbach's early career breakthrough in Broadway musicals such as The Fantastics and Chicago. He gained prominence in films during the 1980s, portraying characters like Detective Gus Levy in 1981's Prince of the City, in addition to his role as Dr. Houseman. However, his most memorable film portrayal involved lending his enchanting voice to Lumiere, the candelabra, in Disney's enchanting tale, Beauty and the Beast. He also left a lasting impression in television shows like The Golden Girls, earning him an Emmy nomination, and made appearances in 6 episodes of Murder, She Wrote. Yet, Orbach is best known for his portrayal of Detective Lenny Briscoe in the original Law and Order series. Briscoe, a seasoned homicide detective, used humor as a coping mechanism. Jerry even shared the screen with his son Chris in 3 episodes. Unbeknownst to many, despite his tenacious work on the streets of New York, Jerry battled cancer. He showed no signs of slowing down until his passing in 2004 at the age of 69. Kelly Bishop as Marjorie Houseman. Baby's mother, Marjorie Houseman, was portrayed by actress Kelly Bishop. Similar to Jerry Orbach, Bishop is an experienced stage performer who has been actively working in Hollywood since the 1960s. She gained acclaim for her Tony Award-winning role in A Chorus Line prior to taking on the character of Marjorie. After her appearance in Dirty Dancing, Bishop continued her career in theater, cinema, and television. Present-day viewers are familiar with Bishop's portrayal of Emily Gilmore in Gilmore Girls, a role she inhabited throughout all 7 seasons of the series and its Netflix revival, Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life. Some of Bishop's other notable television characters include Fanny Flowers in the ABC Family series Bunheads and her depiction of Eleanor Lambert in the Netflix production Halston. Following the conclusion of Gilmore Girls, Bishop returned to the stage, starring in Becky Shaw at the Second Stage Theater in 2008 and portraying Evangeline Harcourt in the 2011 revival of Anything Goes alongside Sutton Foster and Joel Grey. Additionally, she appeared in the 2011 film Friends with Kids. Beyond her acting career, Bishop had 2 marriages. Her second spouse, former ESPN and CNN talk show host Lee Leonard, passed away in 2018. Wayne Knight as Stan. Dirty Dancing marked one of actor Wayne Knight's early credited roles, portraying entertainment staff member Stan. His career trajectory soared thereafter, featuring in notable films like JFK and Basic Instinct, before securing his iconic portrayal of Dennis Nedry in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park. However, Knight is most recognized for his memorable characters, including Newman on Seinfeld and Don Orville on Third Rock from the Sun. Apart from his extensive live-action roles in both film and television, Knight has also contributed his voice to animated projects. From major motion pictures like Hercules and Toy Story 2, to beloved children's cartoons such as Shaolin Showdown and Cat Scratch, Knight's vocal talents have left an imprint on many childhood memories. Knight continues to enjoy steady work, with his latest live-action film, 12 Mighty Orphans, set for release in June 2021. Recent voice acting endeavors include guest appearances on Harley Quinn and Infinity Train. Knight exchanged vows with makeup artist Paula Sutor on May 26, 1996, in a ceremony held at fellow Seinfeld cast member Michael Richards' residence. However, they parted ways by December 2003. Knight tied the knot with his second spouse, Claire Deschanel, on October 15, 2006, and together they have a son named Liam. The family resides in Toluca Lake, Los Angeles, where Knight has made his home for numerous years. Jane Brucker as Lisa Houseman. While Baby was caught up in a whirlwind romance with Johnny, her sister Lisa found herself entangled with questionable companions, notably the individual responsible for impregnating Cynthia Rhodes' character, Penny. This unfortunate situation led to Penny missing the crucial dance competition that ultimately brought Baby and Johnny together. Portrayed by actress Jane Brucker, Lisa had only accrued 2 television acting credits prior to her role in Dirty Dancing, and even penned the song performed by her character in the film. Following the movie's release, she continued to take on minor television roles, but appears to have since retreated from the public eye. Her most recent acting credit was for a 2009 short film titled Holding for Miss Kelly. In her personal life, Jane exchanged vows with actor Brian O'Connor in 1986, and the couple welcomed a daughter named Sally. However, they parted ways in 1993. Currently, she is happily married to photographer Raul Vega, with whom she shares a daughter named Rachel. Neil Jones as Billy Costaki. Johnny's cousin and closest confidant, Billy, consistently proves his reliability in times of need. Played by actor Neil Jones, Billy facilitated Baby's introduction to Johnny and took charge of arranging Penny's abortion procedure despite the unfortunate outcome. Billy Costaki marked Jones's inaugural major acting role. Following the film's debut, Jones has maintained a steady presence in both cinema and television. He has assumed minor roles in notable films such as G.I. Jane and The Devil's Advocate, alongside recurring appearances in television series like Rescue Me and Law and Order: Criminal Intent. Notably, he portrayed Sergeant Maj John Sixta in all 7 episodes of the HBO miniseries Generation Kill. While Jones has been less visible on screen recently, his most recent acting endeavor was a 2011 short film titled Carbone Breaking Point. Miranda Garrison as Vivian Pressman. Midway through the movie, Robbie Gould finds himself in an affair with a married woman named Vivian Pressman, who turns to Robbie after Johnny rejects her advances. Vivian also seeks vengeance against Johnny by falsely accusing him of stealing her husband's wallet in a bid to have him dismissed, but her deception is eventually uncovered when the true culprits are apprehended. Taking on a dual role while portraying Vivian, Miranda Garrison also served as an assistant choreographer for the film alongside Kenny Ortega, who later directed High School Musical. Following the film's release, Garrison continued to contribute both on-screen and behind the scenes, choreographing numerous musical productions such as Selena and Evita. Furthermore, Garrison was involved in 2 subsequent projects related to Dirty Dancing. Firstly, she served as the choreographer for the 2004 prequel film Dirty Dancing Havana Nights, starring Diego Luna, which featured a cameo appearance by Patrick Swayze. Secondly, she acted as a judge on the British reality competition series Dirty Dancing: The Time of Your Life. Lonnie Price as Neil Kellerman. Lonnie Price is best known for originating the role of Neil Kellerman in Dirty Dancing. He began his career performing in off-Broadway productions, notably Class Enemy in 1979, for which he earned a Theatre World Award for Outstanding Debut on Stage. His initial major Broadway credit was the troubled Stephen Sondheim, Hal Prince, George Firth musical Merrily We Roll Along, 1981, which experienced numerous alterations during an unusually protracted preview period and closed after only 16 performances. Price served as Associate Artistic Director for the American Jewish Theater from the late 1980s to the mid-1990s. He held the position of Artistic Director at Musical Theater Works, a non-profit theater dedicated exclusively to the development of new musicals, until 2002, when he assumed the role of Resident Director. He worked as a staff director for the ABC soap opera One Life to Live, and was part of a team that received a Daytime Emmy Award nomination for Outstanding Drama Series Directing in 1995. He directed the 2014 Broadway production of Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, starring Audra McDonald, who won her record-breaking 6th Tony Award for her portrayal of Billie Holiday. He subsequently brought the production to the West End in London in 2017, once again featuring McDonald, as well as directing the accompanying HBO special. In 2016, Price helmed the documentary Best Worst Thing That Ever Could Have Happened, which recounts the troubled history of Stephen Sondheim and Harold Prince's original 1981 Broadway musical Merrily We Roll Along. The documentary premiered at the New York Film Festival and was selected as one of the New York Times Top 10 Films of 2016. Charles Honey Coles as Tito Suarez. Among the entertainment at the summer retreat is the music of Tito Suarez. The character only appears briefly at the beginning and end of the movie, and apart from a short conversation with Max Kellerman, doesn't have many memorable lines. Nevertheless, his influence on the world of Dirty Dancing is significant. Tito Suarez was portrayed by Charles Coles, a professional tap dancer who rose to prominence in the 1940s due to his collaboration with fellow tap dancer Charles Atkins. Coles also had a career on Broadway, earning a Tony Award in 1983 for his role in My One and Only. He had minor roles in various films like Rocky II and The Cotton Club, playing both himself and fictional musicians. Dirty Dancing marked his final film appearance, but he continued to perform over the years. In 1944, Coles wed Marion Evelyn Edwards, a dancer in the #1 chorus at the Apollo Theater, and they had 2 children together. Coles passed away in November 1992 after battling cancer. He was posthumously inducted into the Tap Dance Hall of Fame in 2003. Jennifer Grey as Baby Houseman. Frances Baby Houseman is the now famous Baby in That Forlorn Corner. Baby was so relatable in this movie, innocent and somewhat of a daddy's girl, hence the moniker. However, viewers quickly grew alongside her as she learned to dance up a storm and discovered love along the way. Grey and Swayze already had a shared past, co-starring in 1984's Red Dawn. She had quite a remarkable decade in the 80s. Another significant role Grey landed was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off as Ferris's resilient sister attempting to catch him. She and Broderick quietly began dating during this film, and while on holiday in Northern Ireland, a tragedy occurred. Broderick swerved into oncoming traffic and collided head-on with another car. Tragically, 2 people lost their lives in the accident, and Matthew was convicted of careless driving. Dirty Dancing hit the silver screen a few weeks after the accident. Much praise was given for the chemistry the leading couple shared on screen, but when the cameras stopped rolling, tensions were high. Allegedly, Jennifer would tear up between takes if anyone criticized her, and if she wasn't crying, she was laughing during scenes, which naturally meant they had to start over. Some of Baby's insecurities undoubtedly stemmed from a personal place, like missing that lift. But the character and actress still aced it in the end. Luckily, the big lift only required one take. This one's no shocker. Fans spotted her on season 11 of Dancing with the Stars. Grey tied the knot with Marvel actor Clark Gregg in 2001, and the duo welcomed a daughter together. Unfortunately, things didn't work out, and they filed for divorce in 2021. Grey is 64 years old and is currently developing a new Dirty Dancing project. She was most recently seen in the 2023 TV movie Gwen Shamblin, Starving for Salvation. Whether it's Jennifer Grey's resurgence on the screen, Patrick Swayze's unforgettable performances, or the continued success of the supporting cast, one thing remains clear. Their contributions to film and television will always be cherished by fans around the world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, keep dancing. Goodbye.